You want to be that badass bitch, but you think it's hard to balance that with the compassionate, humble side of yours? We're gonna talk about this today. Hey guys, right now I'm sitting in Monaco. I took a trip away from my home country, Norway, and I'm looking at a beautiful view, and I felt like talking about this today. So I was watching, as some of you also do, I was watching a video from the Wizard Liz, and she's the queen of being the baddest bitch, and just spreading femme fatale, being channeling your inner I'm just gonna say baddest bitch again. So I'm in my late 20s. I'm gonna do like this because I'm 26 and I don't think it's that late. But I feel like during my self-discovery journey, one of the hardest things has been to find that balance between wanting to be, like a humble, compassionate person, but also knowing that you don't want people to step on your boundaries and yourself, and you want to be tough. And what I've come to realize is actually kind of simple, and it is to be, I think sometimes the answer is easier than we tend to believe, is to be your authentic self. And I think today, with all the videos on TikTok and stuff, it's very much like we have to be tough, and no one needs to step on our boundaries, and it's okay to be, like strict and everything. And yes, it is okay, but some of us has a hard time trying to pretend to be something that we're not. We have different ways of speaking, different ways of thinking, different values. But at the end of the day, what I love about this community is that we just want to do good. We want to upgrade our lives. We want to make the most out of the time that we got on this earth. So just a little bit like of a background check here on myself. For example, I've been working for several years, and I know what it's like to be in meetings and wanting to climb, the career ladder and all of these things. You have people who tell you to be humble, but then you have also people to tell you to toughen up. And then you're like, but where is the middle ground? And this video is for you who think it's maybe hard to kind of be like the tough girl, but at the same time you do feel a need because you're tired of people taking advantage of you and you feel a little lost. And I don't have the answer to this. It's a journey every single day, but something I've been reflecting on these past few years is there is one simple thing which I think is very important to not forget, and that is being yourself is often the easiest and best thing. Being yourself in this self-help industry, I think, is very underrated. Because if you walk around trying to be something you're not, but you heard that it's good to be like that and you want to change your life and change yourself and whatever, but if it comes off as not genuine, it's not just that other people might see through it, it's also that it's going to be very tiresome for you. And I think some things we might need help with. One thing I have become better at is setting boundaries. Like, I was scared before to speak up about things or say my opinion, or if someone was trying to gaslight me or whatever. I am proud of myself that I today become better at standing up for myself, but I've done so with respect for that other person. I've spoken with respect to that person, even if that person not necessarily deserve it in that moment. But I think that also actually helps for you to get respect back and to actually be heard for what you're saying, because then you're talking about the case or the topic that you're talking about and not going off of some personal attacks on each other. So after the most important thing, which I think is to actually accept yourself as you are, also embrace that you're a compassionate person. Like, if we didn't have empathy for each other, like, the world would just go under. So embrace that, and that would be the first thing. And the second thing is to put boundaries. Sometimes we think we have to be less nice, but maybe it's not about being less nice. It's just about putting boundaries and also knowing when to walk away. I still work on this. Like, I think walking away is something that I still have to work on, especially when it comes to, love and stuff. Love is the worst drug, you guys. And if you're a people lover like me, it's very hard to actually admit that they don't deserve your energy. And I try to reflect by myself, why do I do that? And I think one of the reasons is, as I mentioned, I love people, but also why is this becoming a drug to me? Why do I want this person so bad to be in my life? And what I've come to realize is that it's okay to have those feelings and having that need, but you can still walk away. It's just feelings. And one more thing that I was thinking about, which I think is very important, is that compassion and that empathy and those things you want to give to people, you can do that, but to the right people. Do it to the ones who give you back. And I could almost cry right now. This actually makes me a little bit emotional, because I used to have a lot of people around me. I loved having a lot of friends, and I still have a lot of people I can talk to and who I occasionally hang out with. But I have 3 close best friends who are they give me so much and they help me out. 2 of them I've known for a long time, and the 3rd one I haven't known that long, but she gives me so much, and she's a badass bitch and also compassionate. I just know that they care for me. I know that they love me. And I feel like I am a better friend than ever, because I have now all of the things that I used to pour into so many people. I now spend more time and energy into giving a lot to my closest ones. And I'm still nice to other people, obviously, but I just feel like a better friend because I am giving so much more to them. And that has actually also been so helpful for me when it comes to, for example, I feel less of a need for a guy, for example, because I have those friends and we call each other a lot. And I remember thinking oh, I wish I had a guy when I came home, and because I'm not really I don't like being out all night and stuff, and I wish I could just have someone I could call when something happened and stuff. But when you have those girlfriends, you don't miss that, because you have that. You have those girlfriends. And I think today, more and more women, we realize that, wow, we can do so much together. The girls, we actually don't have that much of a need anymore if those people don't respect us. So those were just some thoughts that I have today as a 26-year-old girl who studies law and loves being out of the country and is kind of lost, but also is not undermining her experience. That was also actually someone I recently met actually told me that, because I was crying, and yeah, that's another story. And she said, stop underestimating your experience. So I just kind of want to encourage you who feel like you're too nice and you wish you weren't, but it's not a bad trait. It's just find others who are like you and you give each other, and also putting boundaries. And it's not the less boundaries the kind of a person you are. Sometimes it's not actually about being kind, it's that you're scared of what they will say if you don't. So that is something that has helped me. It's also better for that other person for me to not be overly nice, or not having boundaries, or not speaking up for myself. There's a reason why some people actually get annoyed when you're not saying what you're thinking, or you're just doing things for them and you don't enjoy it yourself. So yeah, those were some thoughts. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Hopefully we'll talk soon.